shit too. You I was the one ever since my hair was me and my brothers be ballin' like off the I can never leave my brother Mario Luke. I can tell the weather, but I can feel it in the air, rain coming soon. Oh, they talking hot, cool, I'm off by. Make a shower on the block, no shampoo to the metal.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the 2434 podcast, where anything is possible and we learn from our wins and losses. Heck speaking, and I'm here to give you another film study. This time we're gonna go off the YouTube channel, Off the Dribble. He dunked on him. So what Off the Dribble is currently doing is currently something called Turf Wars, where basically, long story short, they take a representative pair from each major streetball platform and have them play against each other, and the winner gets a prize. They're representatives from Off the Dribble. They got representatives from Bowler's Life. They got representatives from Next Chapter. And they got representative from Uncle Scoob's label. So we're going to watch their guys Off the Dribble versus Uncle Scoob's team. So with that being said, let's get it. I'm going to be real. The only thing I know is Uncle Scoob's game, he can shoot. Right? The only thing I know is he can shoot. He's a streaky scorer, but he can shoot. Besides that, let's get it. Let's see what this video is going to have for us. Oh. Good shot. Okay. So they're playing the 30. First thing is I want to break down why we're going over 2-on-2s. When you're playing twos, it really highlights defense. If you cannot one-on-ones and 2-on-2s, if you cannot guard in 1-on-1s and 2-on-2s, it really shows itself. But anyway, let's get back to the action. They get a stop, trips, he kicks it out, waits. They realize his hand was an out, good shot. 3-zip, they're playing 30. Alright, so here's one thing I want you guys to start paying attention to. Is when you're playing in the pick and roll, sometimes this exchange happens, and they leave this guy wide open. They leave the roll man wide open on the slip. If the ball handler here has his head is peeping this, he can hit the roll man for a dot all the way to the cup. But sadly, he missed it. Now, does misreads happen in basketball? Absolutely, they're gonna happen all the time. But if you can cash these in, I promise you, and since it's a 2-on-2 and there's no help shot, all you need to do is just focus on making this pass right here, and it's a layup. Good shot. Unfortunate. Creepy. Alright, so I'm gonna give you another trick about half-court games versus 1-on-1s. Lesson number 1. If you're playing in a half-court game, sometimes it's better to sit there and get the ball out quick, especially in 3-on-3s and 2-on-2s and 3-on-3s, rather than dribbling it out. Because sometimes when you pass the ball out, the ball moves faster than a man, and there could be some possessions in which you could be wide open out in the rim because the defense is in scramble. You could be wide open underneath the rim, and you pass it out to the top of the key, you get it back for a layup. Versus you sitting there dribbling out, now you miss an opportunity. But anyway, he kicks it out, he sets his feet, good shot. He passes the ball, he cuts through the opposite, right? He rises up, he has an angle. I'm not going to sit there and be too hypercritical because it happens. He gets low, he doesn't realize he has his help moved, and he has a wide open layup. That's a bad defensive possession. So like one thing I like about this move is, look at the change of pace. This is in the bag via Harden. Cross, slow tween like he's going to blow it. There's a stunt step back. Got him act like he's going to drive one way and he set backs hard the other way. Good move. Perfect example. He could have dribbled the ball out to the 3-point line, but he got the rebounds. He's seen School was running to the 3-point line. Quick shot. Good pass. One of the things I want you to start paying attention to is make a move, look for a reaction, and read. He stunts when he does a step back. If he closes too hard, he flips and goes to the rim. If he's playing it softly, He sets his feet and gets a shot, and that's what happens right here. Good shot. Heat check. Oh, boy. Oh, it's about to go bad. It's about to go bad quickly. Now, right here, this is a great floater. So, one thing I will explain about why it's very good and important to have a floater, and this is why I like showing team play versus one-on-ones. In a one-on-one, unless you're playing one-on-one with a help side, you're not going to really sit there and deal with a help side defender. Now, yes, could School have tried to put him in the rim? Absolutely. But why make it a shot more difficult if you don't have to? So right here, he realizes School sees that he has him beat. He sees that the help is at the restricted area. So what he does is he takes one dribble and does a floater. Cash. And he could have obviously went up and went through his chest to try to lay him up, but why make it work? Why make it much harder than it has to be? As I always say, and I always always stress to y'all, the simpler you make the game, the better and more efficient you play. When you start doing too much, that's when you start making mistakes and start playing like a dummy. This bucket right here is caused by Scoob. So he contests. He contests. Okay. Right. Homie plays right here. Plays good defense. Gets to his spot. He contests it. Good defense. Now instead of him finding a body and grabbing the rebound, he goes to the ball. Scoob goes to the ball. He hits the ball to his teammates. Get an easy layup. You can see it in his teammate's face right here. Look. You see in his face, he's not very happy with him. If you read body language very well, he's not very happy with him. Which means they about to get packed up. They getting packed up. Pick and roll. Pick and roll. So one thing I want y'all to understand something about reads and the pick and roll is this. So look. School sets the screen. His man is in drop. What he's supposed to do is he's supposed to fight through, go over the screen, and give a flyby contest. I don't know whether he expected his man or his teammates to be up right here to pick this up, or whatever the case may be. Long story short, they're not talking, right? If they're talking and this happens, whatever, that's bad communication. Next step possession, you sit there and go, okay, yo, bro, how you want me to play this? But he's at the screen. He goes over it. He's in drop. He's hung up on the screen. Long story short, this cannot happen. That's a shoot around, bro. I call that a slip screen. That's called a slip screen. Let me be correct. Right here, he's gonna set the screen. If they are switching everything, he will be right here and Scoob would have a wide open layup right to the front of the cup. But because he's playing it the way he's playing it, long story short, good lay. Hang. Oh, got him. Top floor. Hey! Hey! So like, okay, so what I'm watching from off the dribble team is they're working too hard for their baskets. What do I mean by that? Minus that layup in which he had an angle for it. Watch. You see? Run some screen and rolls. Run some action. Run some screen and rolls. Don't work. Don't try to dribble in front of him. Get them moving. Good. There. Versus the ball, Hezzy, inside hand layup. Okay. One of the things I'm gonna tell you about the off the dribble team is I think they're working way too hard for their buckets. So get something easy. run is set. I think a lot of it is, good shot. When they come, he's running his pick and roll, right? Scoob is too far behind the 3-point line. He sets his feet. Good shot. Right there. He didn't have to work particularly hard for that bucket. And it was a wide open look off a pick and roll. The problem is they're not playing well with each other. Even here. Look. He just hit a 3. He wanted the ball back. He waves him off. Right, goes into his ISO bag. Tween step back. Good shot. He made it. Can't get mad at the results. As I was saying, they really don't play well together. They look like two random dudes that are playing together because they have to, not because they enjoy playing with each other. Good take. Let's go over this possession right here. That and the fact that it matters they're struggling on the defensive side of the ball is one of the reasons why they're going to end up losing this game. So he's attacked, right? So right here, in this position right here, he's attacking downhill. I want you to understand something about defense. Understand where are you forcing the guy? Because like right here, he's going downhill. He's going down. You see him going downhill, right? He spins. But guess what? Well, that's a dribble. The guy ends up being at the front. The guy spuns and lets him get right to the front of the rim. I don't care how trash somebody is, how whack of a pro somebody is. If you let somebody who knows how to play basketball, who's been playing basketball for years, right in front to the front of the rim, it's quiet for you. Game. All right. Escape. See you, Cash. So like right here. Why this move works. So alright. This move here is called a pound escape. So we're gonna put it in slow motion. For cardio. This move is called a pound escape. It works the best when you're shading the guy, your defender is shading you to a side. So right here, you see him, he's shading him right. So what he does is, he pounds the ball, runs this way. Now, for a right-handed shooter, this is a lot challenging of a shot. I prefer to do this move when I'm going left. But he runs, goes to the top of the key, gets unbalanced, good shot. Ironically enough, if this guy wasn't here, or let's say he's on the other side, and he came up, he has a wide open right-handed layup. But this is a good move. Great game, Uncle Scoob, Team Street Star. Alright, so what is something I could take away from this game? Those two gotta learn how to play better. Wait, first things first, hold up. I just peeped this. Don't hold me like Ben Simmons. Yo, I'm crying. Right? Okay, so where my thing is, I feel that these guys struggle because they're not used to playing with running with each other. So I feel that mistakes like that, and like him missing a bad cut, him missing a slip to the cut, him hitting a 3, then him going and him quote wanting it back because he knows his game. Stuff like that happens when you're not used to running with each other. Because of all of that, the better team won. And honestly, I generally rock with the content. I want to see how this Street Star with Uncle Scoob team plays against the Balls Life team with Frank Nitty and Nas. But anyway, that's for a later video for Off the Dribble. Thank you to Off the Dribble for posting this content. Keep up the good work. You got yourself a new fan. And also, thank y'all for tuning into the 2434 podcast. Like, share, subscribe. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And y'all know the drill. We turn down.